The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。
テレビ
つけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
Here we go! Lucha, 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 lucha! It's the way of life!
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
The Grifter Zone.
Oh, you found your moo.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? And Bracken gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. Been knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did
can
I
I
focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so then
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your phones? Did your social credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter!
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hoes!
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
Drops, retard. Robocock.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, we are live, boys. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, you got to bring it in close. Bring it in awkwardly close. Come on, we got to hug it out. We got to hug it out as the week progresses, little by little by little. We got to hug it out, boys. Apparently, yesterday, we found out that pumpkins can indeed get pregnant. Congratulations to Old Man Cad. You are the father of the latest pumpkin impregnation. That's definitely very strange. Definitely very strange because he considers, like literally, look at this guy all the time. Like, where is he at? Where is he at? Hold on. Like, literally all the time. This guy is maximum stroking inside the pumpkin. Look at how many dick emojis. It's absolutely insane, boys. But listen, don't touch the pumpkin. Don't be like Old Man Cat and touching a pumpkin, all right? Unless you want babies as well. And listen very closely. If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream, like it. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you are watching anywhere else right now, you too are going to be the father of a pumpkin baby. So don't let it happen to you. Don't let it happen to you and like the stream immediately. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, boys? What are we checking today? We have a lot we got to go over. Sincerely, we have a lot we have to go over, boys. We have a Ubisoft executive leaving the company after many, many, many years. We even have a Banjo-Kazooie executive leaving his company after 30 some odd years. We have literally like the maximum level of felting regarding Helldivers, where the game is so broken that they have to now delay content in order to focus on fixing the game. Otherwise, they're going to lose players. We got all kinds of shit. We even have a retard of the day today. That should be fun. But what else are we checking? Femboy and Foodle Love check? Oh my God. 17 crashes. It's my birthday check. Let's get some cake emojis right now in the chat for 17 Crash. It's his birthday. Shout out to 17 Crash, man. Happy birthday. Final Fantasy woke check. I don't know if it's woke as much as it is weird. We'll get into it. What the fuck did they do to Cloud check? Oh, we're going to talk about it. Katamari check. There you go. Almost 100% achievements of Sonic Racing Crossworlds check. Already? God damn. Already. Holy shit. That's amazing. Cloud is a zesty fester check. Yeah, I would agree with that. If it wasn't from Jamaica, why would I be wearing this hat, man? Check. That's interesting. MTV going lights out on 12/31/2025 check. Damn, I can't believe we live in a world where MTV is gonna be dead. Damn. An end of an era. An end of an era. Square needs to stop check. Strawberries check. Twin Pumpkin Boys check. Wow, got him pregnant already. Pumpkin touching check. Of course you are. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? Went from it's excited to, oh, it's a mobile game. Real fast check. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Same here. Same here. MTV died a long time ago check. Yes, I know. I know. But I'm talking about like officially dead. You know what I'm saying? Empanadas check. Let's absolutely end right there. All right, guys, listen. Our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. Like it. Like it. Let's do the Bigot Army roll call. Let's see who is in this chat right now. Aside from former Kotaku Eurydice, Black Samurais that unfortunately did exist at one point and no longer do, and people that apparently like Femboy Cloud and also like getting pumpkins pregnant, because it's just, I don't know how to explain it, man. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. Like the stream. That's all I can really say at this point. We got Roga. We got Yamato 85. We got Luck E. We got 3A. Democulus over on Rumble. Low KZ420 over on Rumble. Chaotic Holy. Old Man Cad. D-Draconic over on Rumble. Yamato 85. Odin Dark 2. Catzilla. Dylan B. Falstaff. Colonel Rub. Format over on Rumble. Adam Juman over on Rumble. Odin Dark Numero Dos. We got Lionheart. We got Marty Tiberius O'Donnell. We got Ron DFK. We got Lenny Home over on Rumble. We got Commander Sonak. We got Sleeping Nova. We got Crash Collins on Rumble. Carlos Cole. Grooves Games. We got, let me scroll down. We got Carlos Cole again. We got Felsteph. We got The Voice in the Water. We got Jay Sims. We got Draconic on Rumble. We got Chaotic Holy saying, touch me, touch me. Oh my God. The fucking pumpkin. Luck E. Umbra. Who else is in here, man? We got Valkyria Winter. We got Sirloins. We got Archangelus. We got, let me scroll down. King Demon Wing touching the fucking pumpkin. Come on. Damn it. Butter Biscuit 92. We got Serpentine Deity. Dark Magus 86. God of the Sea 85. We got Matthew Watson. We got 17 Crash. Jason Alator. Magdi. Joker JK. Dark Obsidian. We got Ali Kusanagi. Fighter 4. We got Creepier 07. We got Bugsy. We got Phil Espa. Who else is here, man? Let me scroll down. We got Ken Clippy. Adam Juman over on Rumble. Time Bound Howler. Hanny. And we got Scrap Gamer. We got Blue Pumpkin Pussy. Who else we got? Carlos Cole. Anubis Hentai Hades. I ate a turkey real good. Nice. Good for you, man. The Voice of the Water. David Chen. 6 Siege. We got Retard Finder 2.0 backup. That's hilarious. All right, guys. 4 more people, man. 4 more people, and then we got to get on with the show, man. 4 more people. Limitless Andre. Who else is here? Mr. Melancholy. Jason Alator. Lara Croft. We got, who else is here? Let me scroll down. We got Richard Day, the Grateful Gamer. Who else is here? Hickory Excalibur. What's up, man? We got David Chen. Nick Havoc says no pants check. They got BioT Wolf 19. It's someone's birthday. Guya. Is it your birthday, or are you just celebrating someone else's birthday? Shout out to BioT Wolf. And last but not least, we got Gray Fox 2401. We got, who else is here? Charles Calkins. And Akito the Geek. And Joel Jimenez. Sisaloco. And we got, who else is here? Lenny Holm over on Rumble. And Archangelus. And Matthew with the Hero Priest. All right, guys, listen, I called out as many people as I possibly could. So let's sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member. Let's see who is going to get the massive money shot today, boys. Who is it going to be right now? Who is it going to be? Let's find out. Tylenol the Kid says, I'm the newest Square dev. Explains a lot. Holy shit. This profile picture is insanity. It's insanity. Ollie Aaron says, I just gooned on Hypno. Oh, no. Oh, no. Old Man Cad says, booty hole protected by Mercanti's face because no one can nut on that. To go down ×5, obliterating all protections with Sonya Lisette pumpkin anal beats, no lube, and hours of Hassan whining. Fuck your feelings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lucky says no Jaffe, no Alyssa, no Ghost, Una Reverse. Put the pumpkin in the bag, Gengar. I choose you, G-Max Terra Summon Banana Man, to finish off with a banana cream pie to the face with extra cream ×6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 17 Crash says booty hole entry denied. Protected by hypnotic superior AI skill. No sense in lingering. No booty hole fingering. Only grandma titty rubs for the next in line to go down ×1.
Holy shit.
Lara Croft. Lara fucking Croft. Lara Croft, however you pronounce it. And the crazy thing is, this is the original Lara Croft, right? This is not the modern audience Lara Croft. This is Big Titty Committee Lara Croft. We are about to money shot a legend, ladies and gentlemen, in the gaming industry. Congratulations to Lara Croft. You are the recipient of the money shot today.
What the?
That was a good one. Like the stream. That was a good one. I have come full circle from my childhood. No pun intended. All right, guys, listen, we got a lot we got to talk about today, okay? Some of the main topics we're going to be talking about is apparently the head of Assassin's Creed has officially left Ubisoft after being with the company for 20 years plus, ladies and gentlemen. Ubisoft is imploding within so much that the head of Assassin's Creed has left the company after the massive success of Assassin's Creed Shadows, by the way. You would think he would want to stick around for this. You would think he would want to put out another banger, but I guess not. I guess he said, you know what? Time to get out. Time to get out of here, boys. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Banjo-Kazooie's co-creator has officially left Rare after 36 years with the company. Absolutely insane. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6 is apparently banning Cronus Zen users and also has acknowledged that there is, in fact, a hit detection problem within the game, something that I've been personally complaining about while I've been playing the game, because I will shoot somebody with a shotgun point blank, know I hit them, get a hit marker, and nothing will happen. Absolutely nothing will happen. The person will be at 100% health as if nothing happened. I'm telling you, it's happened way too much. Anyway, we're going to talk about it. We're also going to talk about Sucker Punch. Yes, Ghost of Antifa apparently is going to be their last Ghost game for right now, because they are going to be exploring potentially doing a Sly Cooper or another Infamous game. I guess they want to step away from the Ghost franchise right now. They also admit that they're not going to be doing double projects. They're only going to focus on one project at a time. So if they do give up the Ghost franchise and do another project, we're not going to see another Ghost game for many, 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 many years. So we're going to talk about that. We got to talk about some Activision stuff. We're going to talk about how they're gaslighting people into trying to believe that Call of Duty is 99.9% cheater-free, because that's a thing, apparently. And we're going to talk about, obviously, Final Fantasy Dissidia, that fighting game that apparently is now a mobile game that everybody's talking about because, well, one of the skins in the game for Cloud made him look like a TikTok boy. It's fucking gay, bro. It's so gay. And we got plenty of other fast topics that we got to go over. But before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, we got to do the number 2 segment on YouTube, the number 2 segment on Rumble, the number 2 segment all around the galaxy. This segment is none other than the glorious retard of the day.
And here we are. The fate of the planet is in the hands of a bunch of retards I wouldn't trust with a potato gun.
That's right, boys. Spam the chat with the emojis if you are a member. It is the retard of the day, ladies and gentlemen. So I posted a video about Pokemon on my secondary channel, Hypnotic Gaming Live. Okay. Let me give you some context. Where we were last night, we were making fun of and kind of laughing at the overall situation of Nurse Joy being so lazily swapped to a black nurse because, well, it's funny. It's something that should be laughed at. It's something that should be mocked, right? It's like these people will do something like that and claim to be so virtuous. Meanwhile, it's the laziest form of virtue that or activism that you could possibly do. A literal palette swap, but everything else is the same. Anyway, so I got this comment today, and this comment could not be more disingenuous. This comment could not be more fake, right? This comment could not be more full of shit, right? So this person, Will's Skates 2638, says the following. I honestly couldn't give a fuck. I don't like woke shit, but I actually think I'm getting fatigued from watching these videos. By the way, just so you know, I upload 1 video per day on that channel, and that's like maybe sometimes I miss a couple of days. It's not as consistent as this channel. So if that channel's lucky, it might get 5 a week, but normally it gets like 3, right? It gets 3, right? So in any case, I would be okay with him just saying that, right? I have fatigue, whatever, fine. If you're getting tired, if you're getting weak, then you could tap out. It's not a problem. But this is where it goes off into the retardation territory. He says, I agree with you in similar channels, but I finally had enough of it. I feel like you make more content bitching about games you were never even going to play anyways, more than you make content playing or talking about games that you enjoy.
Holy shit.
So the beautiful thing about all this is that I know that we have hate watchers that are in the chat right now, absolutely cheering in silence. And they're like, I agree with this guy. Unbelievably true.
Fuck, he got another donation. Add it to the total.
Now, here's the thing. Okay. Here's the beautiful thing about all this, right? The beautiful thing about all this is that he posted this on the channel where I literally put out more content playing video games, talking about games I enjoy, and everything under the sun. I stream consistently 5 to 7 days a week on that stream. If anything, again, I stream 5 to 7 days a week, playing video games, talking about video games, and sometimes I do it twice a day, right? Sometimes. So I'll do a 5 p.m. Griffcast, and I'll do a Griffcast after dark playing Battlefield or whatever. So that means that this person has decided to ignore all of that content that he says that he wants and has chosen to engage with the content that he says that he hates, right? This is where it goes into retardation territory. If you were just saying that you were fatigued, perhaps I could have just left it there. But you are choosing to make this comment on a channel that has content that literally proves everything you say wrong, and you are choosing not to acknowledge it, right? You're choosing not to acknowledge it. So he says that I make content bitching about games that I'm not going to play. Meanwhile, I literally play pretty much everything except for Nintendo games, right? So yeah, and I openly admit that too. I said, everybody knows that. I say that all the time. Like, I'm not going to engage with Nintendo products. It's just not for me anymore. It stopped being for me ages ago. But since when did talking about video games equate to bitching about video games? This is the problem I have with the modern ideology from people that try to gaslight people like me into thinking that by talking about video games and criticizing video games and covering the numbers and everything like that, that is somehow equivalent to bitching, right? This is a major gaslight to try to downplay the argument because ultimately they don't have an argument. Why? Well, I'll explain in a second. So we had a response from somebody called Mike, says, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Side note, he plays games almost every day on stream. Well, at least somebody engages with the content and understands what it really is. Then he decides to tell Mike, watch what I want and comment what I want. Who the fuck are you to tell me not to watch something? Shut up. Well, I mean, you literally are complaining about the content. So, like, if he's telling you perhaps don't watch it, maybe you should listen. So then Mike says, I can talk when I want. I was just giving you advice so you'll be happier in life, seeing how you're so fucking miserable. Now, that was Mike's response, which ultimately is a lot nicer than mine. So I decided to respond to this comment. I had a couple of minutes. I said, fuck it, why not? Let's engage with somebody who clearly doesn't watch the channel, right? Because this is the ultimate truth about this. The ultimate truth is that when I choose to reply to these comments every once in a blue moon, I have to do so with the understanding that the person who I'm responding to does not actually watch my content in its entirety or at all, really. They're just choosing to comment and fight against whatever they perceive me to be in their mind. And this is something I say happens on Twitter all the time, but it's also on YouTube as well. So I decided to tell them, you literally commented on a channel where I upload one video per day and stream 1 to 2 times per day, playing video games, reviewing them, or just having fun. You are statistically incorrect in every manner possible. How could you be this wrong? Want to know why? It's because you fucking love this shit. You are not actively seeking the content of me playing video games, even though you're here bitching that I don't do it enough when I literally do it more than anything else, especially from a time perspective. It's not even close, which, by the way, most of my videos on that channel are anywhere between 8 to about 15 to 20 minutes long. I stream for 2 hours plus every game stream. And if I stream 2 times a day, that is 4 hours. So that means I am playing and reviewing video games for 4 hours, and my video is 8 to 15 minutes. So from a time perspective, I am spending an ungodly amount of time more playing video games and reviewing them than I am doing anything else. But anyway, let's continue. You love what you claim is bitching. Most video games outside of Nintendo sphere, if I talk about it, I will review it. Where did you get this misinformation from, Mr. I've had enough? You didn't have enough of anything. You want more. You need more. Clearly because you don't seek anything else, hence how you were so fucking blatantly incorrect. I was literally playing an indie game today. Where the fuck were you in my chat, big guy? Where are you? Didn't you say you wanted that content? Hello? And that's it, boys. That's it. No response at as of the time of, commenting against this person. And I don't really think I'm probably going to get one anytime soon. So this is the response that I have to the people who use words like grifter and all this other nonsense and how I don't play games. Like, I don't understand how you can ideologically be consistent and claim that I don't play video games. Like, are you fucking stupid? All it takes is one simple search. And then here's the gaslight, right? So I found out a new counter that they have against people who actually play video games that they desperately want to convince you don't play video games. You know what the counter is? Here's the counter, right? Oh, but that's for work though. So they're trying to claim that because I stream video games, that since it's for work, that it doesn't count. So that's the goalpost that's been moved now. So now it doesn't count. Now that's the thing. That's the thing, right? So now it doesn't count if you stream the game. If they believe that you don't play video games, even if you stream it, it just doesn't count. So then what are they going to do when they find out that I have, let's see, in the last week alone, out of curiosity, let's see. In the last week alone, I have... How can I find this out? In the last week alone, I have over 70 hours in Diablo 4. In the last week alone, in the last couple of days, I am going at almost 20 hours in Battlefield 6. I have been no-lifing that game, by the way, admittingly so. Not even counting all the other games that I played on stream for 2 hours at a time. Not even counting the few hours that I played recently, the first Berserker Kazan, where I am trying to get the platinum achievement. I am one achievement away from getting that. So again, like what? Like where is it? Where? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. So this is why I say when we call them retards of the day, it's because, again, Old Man Cat says, what about the manga channel? We don't have to talk about the manga channel. Because the people who claim they want positive content from me, they don't even bother to go look there either. If they're not looking at my gaming content, what makes you think they're going to look at my manga content? Of course not. Right? So at this point, I laugh at it. I really do. I laugh at it all because, and this is why I don't engage with them really that much anymore, right? Even on the Twitter accounts, like on Twitter, I barely use Twitter, bro. Sincerely, I barely use Twitter anymore because it's literally filled with people who are just fighting whatever the fuck they believe you to be. And it doesn't matter how much you prove them wrong. I feel like you prove them wrong more just by staying silent and uploading content that is counter to what they say all the fucking time. So in any case, boys, this is maximum levels of cope, maximum levels of retardation, and I figured I would share it with you today for today's retard of the day. I got to tell you, man, listen, I got to tell you, I find it hilarious that they literally are trying to utilize the, oh, but you're playing it on stream, so it's for your job, so it doesn't count. Like, I have never seen this level of cope before, where they're so desperately trying to prove someone wrong or that they don't play games or whatever the case may be. It's like, bro, who are you? Who are you? What's next? What's the next cope? What's the next lie? It's unbelievable, bro. Anyway, it's so tiring. That's why I don't even bother. While they're on Twitter complaining about it, while they're in my comment section, bro, actually, fun fact, hold on. I'm so fucking curious. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I want to check something. Let me see something really quick. Where is it at? Okay, so okay, never mind. Okay. Oh, no, never mind. I was somewhat right. So hold on, boys. Check this out. Hold on. You guys want to laugh? So at first I was going to say I was wrong because he posted this comment 6 hours ago. Okay? As you can see here, he posted this comment 6 hours ago. So I was thinking to myself, okay, well, I was going to say that he posted this while I was live, which is extra retarded, right? Extra retarded. However, he responded 3 hours ago when I was literally playing an indie game live on this channel. I was literally playing a game while you are commenting and responding to a post where you said that I don't play games. Enough, apparently. I mean, holy shit, my guy. That is just next level bullshit. Wow. Retards of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, all right, boys, listen, the Hey Watchers are in here.
You got another donation. Add it to the total.
Let us do the #1 segment on YouTube, the #1 segment on Rumble, the #1 segment all around the galaxy. This segment is though none other than the pre-stream legend.
Money, print money, cash, money, well, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash, money, well, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
All right, let's do the pre-stream legends, ladies and gentlemen, as we are on our way, if we get lucky today, to 472 tier 1s in a row and 161 tier 2s in a row. The haters are watching, so make sure they have plenty to count. We got BioT-Wolf 19 with a 5. Why did the girl fall in love with a zombie? She said he was just so infectious. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Oof. That's something. Mr. Melancholy, what a 149 super sticker. Shout out to Mr. Melancholy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then the absolute fucking legend himself, man, King Demon Wing, dropping a major 10 membership mega banger.
Hey, yo, Buck, is that what I think it is?
Well, golly, Chuck, it's a membership banger.
Let's get some fucking subs, bitches!
Shout out to King Demon Wing with the 10 membership mega banger, helping us get closer and closer to tier 1. But considering he is the first one of the stream, you already know what that means. Shout out to King Demon Wing. Thank you so much for the 10 membership banger. I appreciate that, brother. We got Ben for 10 months. This Final Fantasy has been sponsored by the writer's barely disguised fetish, Femboy Cloud. Now we're missing Femboy Link for the tag team fun time. Yep, it's definitely an interesting design. You know, hopefully it's optional, but it's definitely an interesting design, let me tell you. Girthy Banana with a 5. Happy birthday, Hypno. Also, could you back you scaring the kids? What the fuck? Shout out to Girthy Banana. Thank you, man. Thank you. I didn't know it was my birthday, but I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hypno's dog with a 2 says, happy birthday, Dad. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Again, I didn't know it was my birthday. Are we going to make this officially my birthday? Let's do it. I'm with it. Does that mean I finally get to take advantage and get birthday donations? I haven't been able to do that for 3+ years being on YouTube. We got Hypno's dog with a 2. Hyper zesty games are for girls. Yuck. Let's go with that. Anubis Hades with a 5 says, did you see the funny Xbox video I sent you on Steam? Play it for the audience because it's funny as hell and sums up Xbox real good. Like, by the way, hi, Bigot Army. No, I have not seen it yet. I've been ultra busy, unfortunately, today. But I appreciate you, Anubis Hades. We got Mr. Melancholy with a 2. No, keep them away from Sly Cooper. I don't think you can keep them away, man. I'm sorry. I don't think it's gonna happen. Sir Loins with a 189. Sucker Punch off to grape another franchise. Sweet. Sounds about right. We got Ben with a 2. No lifing D4. Go to fuck to sleep, Hypno. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, man. Sorry. I'll end up like trying to go to sleep, and then I'll have my Steam Deck, and I'll either be playing Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, or I'll just be grinding in D4. Like, what are the two? Lately, it's been Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. A lot of that. So, beautiful Zexel with a 5 says, since it's Charlie Kirk's birthday, I wanted to say happy birthday to him and God bless his family. We all miss you. Shout out to beautiful Zexel, man. That is legendary. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Happy birthday, Charlie Kirk. Katie Astronaut with a 10. Homie, you called out on stream, seemed to have wet himself from embarrassment. Please use this to clean up the mess. We shall. We shall. Shout out. Shout out. Everybody use the Charlie Kirk emojis in the chat, boys and girls. Use it. We got Sir Loins with a 189. Pre-stream legends, the pre-cum of the Hypnocast. It's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. Umbra with a 5. I'm wary about the new Dissidia after Opera Omnia, but I can say I'm looking forward to see what Celeste, Yuna, and Tifa look like with modern clothing. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right, we shall see. Thank you for the 5. Monster Ball Z with a 2. What Yakuza game is the membership clip from? Whichever game you want it to be from, man. It's a glorious clip. Tanya Raven with a 2. Happy 69th birthday, Hypnotic. Have some cake. Wait, what? 69? 69? Why'd you make me so old? Why do I gotta be so old? Why can't you just make it like, I don't know, 25 or something? God damn, man. 69. Oh, man. Talk about a felting, boys. $69 is crazy, bro. Damn. Ron DFK with a 2. I tripped over a C cup. My gal set a booby trap. Wow. And last but not least on YouTube, we got Ben for a 2. Done did said go the fuck to sleep, motherfucker.
Holy shit.
Damn, bro. This guy's yelling at me like he's my dad. Holy shit. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate that, man. And then over on Rumble, we got the glorious D Draconic gifting 1 Hypnotic membership over on Rumble. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. And then we got Sir Loins with a 10. Retards don't ever learn. They just retard again. That's why we call them retards. Also, happy birthday. Am I seriously getting birthday donations now? Am I going to have to mark this on the calendar as like Hypnotic's official birthday? What the fuck? Format with $1 says happy birthday. Oh my God. Okay. All right. This is becoming a thing, it seems. Shout out, man. Shout out. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It is not my birthday, so stop sending me birthday donations. Crazy. All right, boys. We are fully caught up. Thank you guys so much. Marty snuck one in. 18 months. 18 months says Boomer forgot it was his birthday. Come on, bro. I am not that old. Happy 69. That's crazy, man. Come on, Marty. That's crazy, bro. Shout out for the 18 months. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. All right, listen, we are now fully caught up. Thank you guys so much. We're going to get into the content as we slowly but surely try to get ourselves to tier 1 and tier 2, as mentioned previously, for the 472 in a row or 161 in a row for tier 2. We also have the Red Boy Goal that is live. You get to pick your choice of one of 3 groups of girls to summon to the stream. It is your choice, whatever you want. You just let me know. Adair Soto sneaking one in again with a 5. I don't know, Hypno. I think 69 years old. What is better? I keep hearing cracking kneecaps when you're VTuber mod. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. It's not. That's not. No. We are not that old. Stop it. Stop it. Courageous Kirsten says, been a few days since I came by. I feel like when someone says this, when someone says this, you know what I feel like? I'm gonna show you. Hold on. I'm gonna show you right now. Hold on. Whenever somebody tells me this, I immediately feel like this. Watch. I feel like that. That wasn't loud enough. That was better. That's how I feel. Whenever someone says, hey, I haven't been in this chat for like 5 months, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't realize I was Woody from Toy Story, but hey, I guess it is what it is. All right. Well, welcome back, Courageous Kirsten. Welcome back. Thank you for choosing to hang out with us again. Anubis Hentai Hades with a 2. Hit up that video on Steam. I won't gift games. Lies. Absolutely lies. We know that's not true. All right, boys. We're caught up. We're caught up in all seriousness. Let's get on with the content. Let me X out this picture of Woody and let's move on. So a couple of things to just laugh at really quick. Number one, legendary meme. Legendary meme was posted today by none other than Tectone. Legendary fucking meme. I mean, it literally.
Holy shit.
It literally doesn't. It doesn't get better than that. I mean, it does, but this is a pretty good one. I gotta admit, I saw this and I was like, wow, that is top tier shit right there. And then I didn't, you know what's crazy? I didn't realize that initially it didn't say Zapdos. I thought it said Zapdos at first. And I'm like, oh, okay, that was pretty funny. And then I reread it and it says Zap Dogs. And I'm like, oh no, it's too soon. So I had to share this. I thought this was fucking hilarious, man. Holy shit. Great times right there. Great times. Let's X this out. Let me go over this video. So this face says it all. Okay. You know what this face says? This face says, I fucking hate journalists. Right? This face says, you don't hate the journalists enough. Okay. So this actress has been hired to be Professor Umbridge in the upcoming Harry Potter audiobooks that is currently being worked on. Okay. Before I even clicked on this video, the screenshot for this showcased this face. And I got to be honest with you, it says it all. It says it all, right? Because here's what's happening. What's happening is that every single time, and they've done this with somebody else, by the way, I forgot who, but they've done this with somebody else who's working on the audiobooks. They have been trying to blindside everybody that is working on these audiobooks and trying to make them pick a side with trans people or with J.K. Rowling. That's what they've been trying to do. And nobody's giving them ammo, right? Nobody's giving them ammo. So check this out.
I saw you're voicing Professor Umbridge in the new Harry Potter audiobooks. I was wondering, are you aware that some fans are calling for a boycott, giving J.K. Rowling's ongoing campaign against trans people?
Are you aware that fans are calling for a boycott because of J.K. Rowling's ongoing campaign against trans people? That's what she said. That's what the journalist said. They're trying to make it seem as if J.K. Rowling has a campaign that she is actively going against trans people It's like, bro, what fucking campaign is she doing? You guys are the ones with the campaign. You guys are projecting. There is no campaign. You guys are the ones putting out a campaign. So the response is glorious.
I was not aware of that, no. I'm very sorry. You know, I think we're all living in a period of time right now. We're all going to have to figure out how to live together, aren't we? And we've all got very different opinions. So I hope that we can all find respect.
And that's it. That is literally it. What a glorious, simple, straight to the point. This is the kindest way that I've ever heard someone say, shut the fuck up. Sincerely, this is the kindest way that I've ever heard somebody say that. But this is basically what she said, right? She didn't give them what they wanted. She didn't give them the ammunition they were looking for. And all she simply said is, we all need to be kind to one another, and we all have difference of opinion. Straight to the point, right? Now, keep in mind, they tried to do this with the original actor for Malfoy as well. And he said something similar for the most part, where he wouldn't condemn J.K. Rowling, and they desperately are trying to make them do it. They're trying to make them do it. You want to know why? Because the other bitches did it. Emma Watson, she did it. Right? Daniel Radcliffe, he did it. Daniel Radcliffe gets fucked by a trans man allegedly every day. Right? So they're desperate to try to make other people involved with the IP, condemn J.K. Rowling for opinions or whatever. But it's not happening. It's not happening. None of them are falling for it. None of them are giving them what they want, giving them the ammo. They're completely just felting them, denying these losers the reaction that they want, right? So, in any case, that's where we're at with that. Let's exit this out. I just thought it was so stupid. I really did. This video was sent to me by Old Man Cad. This is a video game that I find to be pretty curious. It's a 40-minute gameplay trailer, right? 40-minute gameplay trailer. But the title of this video is so stupid. Norse first gameplay demo. So the game is called Norse, right? New Viking action RPG with insane graphics and Unreal Engine 5. Okay. So immediately it caught my attention. I was like, ooh, action RPG. This looks interesting. This looks like something I want to check out. So let's check it out, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play a couple of snippets. Nothing too long. It's a 40-minute video. I'll link it in the chat for those of you that want to go watch it later, but we're not going to spend 40 minutes on it. We're going to spend just a couple of minutes on it. The gameplay does look good to me from the stuff that I've seen, and I'm actually curious to see more about this. However, I want you guys to tell me when we get to the gameplay section where they went wrong in describing this video. Okay, first we're going to look at the cutscenes. So let's just watch like a minute of that.
Show yourselves. We mean you no harm.
We thought you were raiders.
Kill them, Papa. Cut off their heads. You said you could be 5-minute fights. That's what you said.
Be quiet, boys. I did not say that.
Maybe we are raiders. Maybe we will take you as slaves.
No, please, spare us.
I'm joking.
According to Western politics, I thought only black people were slaves. Why are you threatening to take white people as slaves? I thought it was racially motivated. It is not totally a business trade that was very popular back then. But anyway, let's continue.
King, don't piss your trews. Who are these raiders you speak of?
They come often. Brigands with wild eyes and hungry bellies. They butcher our animals, steal our bread and ale. I thank Freya they have not yet taken me.
Maybe next time.
We did not know anyone lived here. Jarl Egil himself said we could make this place our own.
All right, so those are the cutscenes. Okay, we're just going off little snippets here and there. The voice acting could probably use some work, but overall, I like the presentation for the most part. Okay, now let's get to the gameplay section. This is where the description in the title for the video has completely and utterly like, who the fuck titled this video? I don't even know. But anyway, check this out, and you tell me where this supposed Viking action RPG went wrong. And not that I think the combat looks bad. I'm just saying, you'll see what I mean.
Gertrude, stay with the boat.
Listen up. Well, listen is that I should have had a
Wait for it.
Look.
Wait for it, boys.
It is for Tyr, the brave, who loves battle. A good omen.
Okay, so this is a tactical RPG. Okay, this is not an action RPG. All right, so like when I went into this and I saw the title, I'm like, why would you name this action RPG? This is not action RPG. What the fuck am I looking at? This is a tactical RPG. Who named the title for this game? Anyway, so what I will say is that when I saw them running around throughout the world, I was getting very, very big time Dragon Age Origins vibes. I don't know if you guys, let me lower the audio while it plays. I don't know if you guys would necessarily agree with that. I like gameplay like this, which is why I'm saying I don't think this is bad from a gameplay perspective. I just don't like the fact that they fucking just flat out like mistitled this thing. Don't call something an action RPG if it's not an action RPG. And the reason why people do this is because they are trying to take over certain parts of the algorithm, and they're trying to utilize the popularity of action RPG, right? They're trying to utilize the popularity of action RPG, and they're trying to use that to push the video. And it's like, bro, this is heavily misleading. This is not an action RPG in the slightest. This is a tactical RPG. This is like Baldur's Gate 3. This is even like Dragon Age Origins. It's kind of like games like that. But overall, like when I'm watching them run around like this, I'm getting DA Origins vibes, more so that than Baldur's Gate 3, in my opinion. But still, it all depends on how the game ultimately plays out. So I think the game looks okay. I would need to see a lot more. I haven't watched this full 40-minute clip. I didn't have any time today other than to watch. I watched like 10 minutes of it. So I need to watch more to get an idea. But, you know, for right now, if you look up this game, this is not an action RPG. So I just want to make that very clear. This is a tactical RPG. If we were to skip forward a little bit to get an idea, it's very, very much like Baldur's Gate. Very much like Baldur's Gate 3 from the combat perspective. So I'm very curious about it. Definitely want to see more. Anything Vikings, I absolutely love. The game is called Norse. I'm going to link it right now. Hold on one second. I'm going to link this video right now in the chat so that you guys can go check it out. It is called Norse. Here, let me post it. It's called Norse so that you guys go check it out if you want and see what it's got to offer. I think it's on Steam, I believe. I'll check right now to confirm. Let me see. Norse. Yeah, it's called Norse Oath of Blood. Hold on. I'll bring it up. Where we at?
World, you have built something new.
people here
Story
trust you, work for you, fight for you. If these people are willing to sweat for you, spill blood for you, if they see you as the strongest oak at the heart of the wood, then you must accept the responsibility of being a leader.
The gods gather their war host for Ragnarok.
Your people will look to you to lead them through times of bountiful harvest.
Why does he almost look like an older... you guys know how Thorfinn looks in Vinland Saga when he's younger, and then how it changes when he's older? This looks like the older version of the younger Thorfinn. Same kind of similar hair, blonde and everything. A little bit.
And through famine. You must be the wise arbiter of their disputes. You must forge blades and build ships. You must lead your warriors in battle. Stand like a rock in the blood fray with them. Reward them with meat and mead and silver. This is what I have been waiting for. Protect their women and their young ones. And protect your own honor, too. Traitor! Will you do all this, Gunnar, son of Grim? Will you swear it here, before these people and before the gods?
I swear it. I swear it!
I don't know. I think it looks interesting. Apparently, it's coming out on Steam, Epic Games, PS5, and Xbox. It's also on GOG. So I think it looks interesting. I'm going to follow this game and see what else it has to offer. But as of right now, it's kind of like a wait and see kind of situation. But see, the problem with those games is that it's not going to be for everyone, which honestly, it's really not a problem, right? Like, not every game should be for everyone. We say this all the time. These kind of games, if someone is into the action combat, this is going to bore that person. If somebody likes more strategy, more tactical gameplay, this is more of what you're looking for. So it all depends on what you're into, but I think it looks pretty cool, personally. All right, let's keep going. Let's see, what do we got? Let's X this out. Yeah, I just can't believe they named it action. I'm like, bro, where's the action RPG, bro? Like, where is it? All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about Final Fantasy. Let's talk about Final Fantasy, boys. Let's get it over with. T-Jab says we are 154 away from tier 1. Thank you so much, T-Jab. I appreciate that, brother. We're getting felted, but I have faith. I have faith. All right. So, if you guys are not aware, the brand new Dissidia game, I believe it's called Dissidia Duelam, has been announced. It is a mobile 3 versus 3 battle game. Okay, so it's mobile only right now. And they have revealed some gameplay. They've revealed some characters. They've revealed some boss battles. They've revealed all kinds of shit. One of the characters they revealed is obviously Cloud, because Cloud is one of the staple characters in the Final Fantasy series. People are spreading this picture online right now because one of the outfits for Cloud has basically feminized the shit out of him and turned him into some teenage fucking femboy nonsense bullshit. I really don't know. I mean, for me, what really did it was the ripped jeans. For me, it's the ripped jeans, right? So people are talking about how this is basically taking the swag away from Cloud, right? Now, truth be told, Cloud has always been this this emo, emo guy. That's how he started anyway. He slowly gains his confidence towards the end of Final Fantasy VII, obviously, and then maintains a certain level of confidence all throughout Advent Children, but still, he doubts himself. That's just, he doesn't really have like the maximum level of confidence like a typical Giga Chad would have or something along those lines. But Cloud looks like a fucking twink here on the right side. I'm sorry. Like, if it wasn't for the oversized jacket, even the facial features have been feminized a little bit. I gotta be real with you. These ripped jeans, I'm so sick of this shit. I literally saw a girl wearing this the other day. I'm not even kidding. It was more ripped, but still, like I I can't stand this. Like, why did you have to do this? Why did you have to do this? I don't get it. Anyway, so I believe this is just it's an outfit, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch the trailer. All right, let's watch the trailer. Actually, hold on. We have another image I could show you of the characters. Check this out. Give you an idea of all the characters you're taking a look at. I mean, look at what... Oh my God, bro. Look at what they did to Lightning. Look at what they did to Lightning, bro. Like, what are these TikTok fucking... It looks like every single one of these characters have a TikTok account. That's what it looks like. It looks like every single one of these characters look like they're ready to film TikToks. What the fuck what are we doing here? I see Renoa in the corner there. You have Cloud, Zidane. What is happening here? I don't think they look terrible. I just think they look not themselves, if that makes sense. Maybe it's the art style they're going with. I don't know. Let's watch the trailer. I want to watch the trailer. That's the only way we're gonna see anything. Hold on. Let me bring up the trailer, because this is it doesn't look like them. Now keep in mind, they do have their standard outfits. They do have their standard outfits available, I believe, in the game. So just keep that in mind. Let's watch the official announcement trailer. This was uploaded 12 hours ago on IGN. Hold on. Let me pause this really quick. Let's see what we got here. This is Dissidia Duelam, for those of you guys curious. And keep in mind, I know that there is a lot of people out there are immediately turned off at the idea that it's a mobile game. I totally get that. Like for me, the Dissidia franchise, like I have a love-hate relationship with Dissidia. There are moments where I really, really like the gameplay, and there are moments where I really, really fucking hate it personally. So it all depends on, I guess, the person. But for me, I'm love and hate. I'm love and hate with Dissidia. And the latest one too, the one that came out before this, I was just like, nah, I'm good. So all depends. Keep in mind, even though it's a mobile game right now, it's only a matter of time before they bring this to PCs at the very least, or even consoles. I guarantee you it's going to come out for PC. No doubt about it. Okay, so you can see the Warrior of Light had his original armor right here instead of whatever the fuck he was wearing in the beginning. So you do have access to the original armor, I suppose. Even with Cloud, you have his original soldier armor right here. So he's not dressed up in his fucking femboy ripped jeans bullshit. And even with Lightning, you have her original gear as well. So the original gear is in the game, so you're not going to be stuck with whatever the hell that femboy shit was, but it's still very jarring regardless for a lot of people. Yeah, there's the different outfits. So this is how they're gonna monetize the game, by being able to sell you with different outfits. Oh, that was cool. Zidane just went trance right here. That was cool. I know he had the ability. I believe he had the ability to go trance in previous Dissidia games. Not trance. TRANCE, boys. Trance. Anyway, so again, guys, I understand people being upset and, you know, claiming Cloud is now femboy Cloud, and I get that. I totally get that. I think that this is a what's the word I'm looking for? I think this is a I don't even know the word I'm looking for. This is a product of the art style, unfortunately. I do think it's a product of the art style and the limitation of mobile systems where it doesn't really give you the ability to be as highly detailed. So those small details that really matter with Cloud that make him look a little bit more masculine, even though he's always been an emo bitch. Well, that's kind of gone now. It's kind of like, but you know what? That doesn't even stick because, you know what doesn't even stick? Because Kingdom Hearts had a cartoony graphic style. And they still made Cloud able to look like a badass. I don't think Cloud looks bad here in his original armor. I just think whatever the fuck that outfit is that they're trying to get money from people. I don't know who's gonna buy that shit. Actually, I do know. I do know who's gonna buy that shit. Their name is Valkyria Winter. Shout out to Valkyria Winter. Valkyria Winter's gonna buy that femboy outfit all day long. 100%. I want to take another look at it really quick before we continue. Hold on. I just take a look at it because this shit is like Smash AT will buy it, probably. Smash AT will probably buy it too. So let me actually, better yet, let's look at the responses. Let's look at the responses that people have with Cloud. I think that's gonna be Savvy's gonna buy it as well. Oh, maybe. Let's look and see what we got in terms of people responses because they were not happy. People online were pissed at this shit. And you also have the gaslighters too, obviously. You have the people who are like, oh, you're such a fake fan if you don't accept Rip Jeans Cloud. Like, what do you mean, bro? Anyway, so this is the tweet that's going like crazy viral. It's got almost 400,000 views already. They took his swag, right? Comparing the photo between Advent Children Cloud and Dissidia Cloud, I guess you could call it now. The jeans, no. Laughing my ass off. This is what happens when Tifa isn't around. He looks flat as a paper. I'm crying. The jeans, laughing. Again, everybody has a problem with the jeans. Like, that is, the jeans are so, like, the fact that you gave him ripped jeans is screaming modern audience to me, right? Because the only reason you're putting that in there is to try to attract the kids, right? The kids, you think you're gonna attract the kids for with the ripped fucking jeans? It's like, what are we doing here, bro? Like ripped and skinny? Just take it away. Holy fuck, they made him a twink. It looks like they took his muscle mass away too. They literally could have just used this. They made my goat a femboy. Oh man. Cloud looks like he bought the Organization 13 hood from Hot Topic and added other clothes to style it. That's true. That's true. Those jeans. The tight ripped jeans crying emoji. Our boy is now auraless. Yeah, they completely took away Cloud's aura. Roxas finally gave Cloud something back. Ha 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 ha. Noctis touches Cloud's Buster Sword. The timeline: Cloudus Lucius Calum, age 17. Oh my god. They're trying to say he looks like Noctis. That's how emo fucking femboy we're going right now. Crazy how they'll never reuse his outfit from the one with the motorcycle game. They got canceled. Oh, I remember that game. Such a badass game. How did Nomura fall in love with the only length of a coat that looks bad? We must tell them it's terrible. How? There are modders who dress them so much better. Consult them. What in the 2015 Justin Bieber fit is that? Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like, Cloud always had pretty baggy gear. Like, if you look at the soldier outfit, if you look at the original soldier outfit, look at the pants. The pants were always super baggy. The shirt was fairly baggy. It was tucked in, and then he had the shoulder pads and whatnot. Right? Same thing in Kingdom Hearts. In Kingdom Hearts, he had like obviously the one wing. He had all the armor with the fucking straps or cloth or whatever you want to call it on him and his sword. And then, but his pants were super baggy. Like, he's always had a baggy fit. And now all of a sudden you're giving him ripped skinny jeans. Like, you're giving him ripped Skinny jeans. Honestly, the Justin Bieber thing is pretty spot on. I'm almost positive if I were to Google right now, let me see, Justin Bieber, gray hoodie, ripped jeans. I guarantee you there's something, bro. If I were to look hard enough, I'm sure I could find something. Let me see. Let me look a little bit. Hold on. Gray hoodie, ripped jeans. Let's see. See if I can find anything. Oh my God. I've never searched up Justin Bieber pictures and I never want to again. This is fucking terrible. What a rabbit hole. Why does he wear so much fucking blue? What's wrong with him? Something close. I got something close. Hold on. It's not a gray hoodie, but it's a white one. It's a white. All he's missing is spiky hair. That's it. That's it, boys. All he's missing is the spiky hair. Ripped jeans, gray hoodie. Bro, this is it. This is it. Cloud is officially a believer.
Holy shit.
That's insanity. It didn't even take me that long. Cloud is officially a believer. This is crazy. Wow. This is where we're at, boys. This is where we're at, man. So anyway, people are clearly not happy. They're pretty upset over the outfit. But again, I want to reiterate to people before they go crazy in the chat. This is an outfit that I believe you have to buy. This is not your standard outfit. The standard outfit for Cloud is still the soldier outfit. So you're not going to be forced to play as femboy Cloud and run around in skinny jeans. But the sad news is that if you do play this game, and if it's multiplayer, you will have to fight against a Cloud with ripped skinny jeans or something along those lines, potentially at some point. You might even have to fight against a team that has all femboys on it, depending on how far they want to go. We haven't even seen the outfits that are available to Zidane. What do you think they're going to do to him? They're going to turn Zidane into the ultimate fucking trans allegory. I'm telling you, man. You're going to go trans, and then it's going to immediately turn you into a woman. Crazy. But this is why I have a love-hate relationship with Dissidia. So, in any case, like the stream, boys. Let's continue. Let me X this out really quick. We watched the trailer. I don't think they had another one. I don't think they had like a gameplay trailer. I'm pretty sure they did not. Let me see. No, they did not. Okay, so it's just a story reveal trailer. No problem. No problem. Let's X this out and continue. Capcom. Let's talk about Capcom. So, Capcom God felt it. If you guys remember the last conversation we had about Capcom, apparently they were trying to. Surprised you didn't bring up Kuja. I'm not even gonna bother, bro. Kuja was already borderline fucking flaming gay, like borderline femboy already in the original game. I already know they're gonna do some shit with him. I'm not even gonna bother. Capcom was in trouble because they were trying to charge $40 in order for you to watch the tournament final streams for the Capcom Cup and the SFL World Championship. Okay. So this was a pretty big backlash that they were experiencing, with the majority of the backlash coming from the West, right? Because here's the thing. When it comes to charging for streams, this is a practice that is actually pretty prevalent in Japan. So they're not really caring too much. Hold on. You came late to this Capcom story. How did I come late to this Capcom story? I literally reported on it when it first dropped. This is not talking about the news. This is not talking about the news that they're charging $40. We already discussed that. We discussed that like a couple of streams ago. We are now talking about the response that they just issued today about reviewing the pricing about their streams. So, how was I late to this story? If this happened today. Oh, my bad. Yeah. Okay. No, all good, man. Just try not to jump next time, okay? It's all good, bro. And maybe catch the streams where I talked about that. So now, apparently, after the whole backlash over the $40 nonsense that happened a few days ago, when we first covered it on Hypnocast. Now they've had to put out an official statement. But to be real with you, I really don't think they're going to do much here. I don't think they're going to do much in terms of changing things, because how is that going to look, right? How is that? They already know they can make a ton of fucking money in Japan with these streams, right? So I got to imagine that they're going to say, well, some money is better than no money. And if that means that the majority of the Western audience does not get to watch the streams, I think Capcom would be okay with that. Personally, I really do. I think Capcom's going to be okay with it. I can't see them doing one or two things. I can't see them discounting, right? I can't see them discounting it for the Western audience, because then Japan's going to be like, what the fuck? Why are we paying premium price, but then you're discounting it for the fucking Western people? Like, why are you doing that? So I can't see them doing that. And I can't see them removing it completely, because, well, why would you give up all the money in the world to Japan for a couple of people in the West who don't want to pay for it? Because there are some people in the West who will pay for it. I guarantee you there will be. There won't be as much as they could have had it, compared to free, obviously, but there will be people who are going to pay for it. So I don't see them giving that money up. But we're going to read the response anyway. I'm out of curiosity. So if we scroll down, at the Tokyo Game Show on September 28th, we announced the introduction of pay-per-view live streaming for both events. The statement on the official Capcom Fighters account on X reads the following. We are reviewing pricing and related details. Updated information regarding the pay-per-view broadcast, including final pricing and additional context, will be shared later this month. I got to tell you, if they discount it, they're going to have to discount it all across the board. They're going to have to discount it in the West, which means they're going to have to discount it in Japan. And that's going to be them basically saying that they're going to take some money instead of no money. That's what I think might happen. They might drop it to $20 and then drop Japan to whatever the equivalent of $20 is. That's what I think is going to happen. While this English language account doesn't specifically state that the fan reaction is responsible for the pricing review, the official Japanese Capcom esports account on X posts a similar statement that does acknowledge the negative reception. It says, we announced at the Tokyo Game Show on September 28th that we'll be charging a fee for live viewing of both tournaments. The Japanese statement reads, via the machine translation, we have received a lot of feedback from fans that are reviewing the details. We are currently considering adjusting the price for paid live viewing. We plan to announce the pricing of the live viewing tickets, as well as the background and intention behind this in late October. We kindly ask for your patience until then. We appreciate your continued support of Capcom esports events. So again, at this point, it seems like they're probably going to discount it all across the board, because I can't imagine a world where Japan is going to let them discount it in the West and they're going to keep their premium price in Japan. I can't, unless Japan was already much cheaper than it was in the West anyway, which is a possibility. It is definitely a possibility, but still, I think at this point they might as well just stick to what they're doing, because I don't know. People want to watch for free. That's really what it is, right? People want to watch for free. And this is supposed to be a community building event. So why are you monetarily gatekeeping a community building event is beyond me. And I understand it's something that is normal in Japan or whatever. I totally get that. But you are trying to build a worldwide community behind these games. And once you start excluding people because they can't pay, well, that sucks. That's going to be that you're basically hurting your community at that point. And you're not going to foster a community nowhere near as fast. I feel like that's a really bad idea. So again, that's me personally, but I feel like that's a really bad idea. If your goal is to build a community off of that, right? So I guess we'll see what happens. But realistically, I don't think it's that big of a deal in the sense that most people don't have to watch this live. I understand they want to, but they don't necessarily have to. They could just find the results afterwards and go on their podcast and talk about it and all that stuff. So Full Metal Paperclip says FGC went downhill a long time ago. Yeah, I mean, I watch Mike Hollow's content quite often, and just to kind of get an idea of what the FGC is like. And oh my God, man, so much shit constantly happening in the FGC. It's insane. I'm sure there's good things that happen, but there's almost always some sort of fucking drama related. It's crazy. It's crazy shit, man. Anyway, that's the follow-up to that story. Let's continue. Apparently, you guys remember when I did a story talking about the canceled God of War game? Well, apparently, the following the cancellation of its live service God of War game, Sony's Bluepoint is apparently hiring for a third-person action game. The studio's last full release was Demon Souls in 2020. So this has obviously got a lot of people spinning their minds over what's possible, you know, what they could possibly be doing. But apparently they are hiring for a third-person action game, and this is after they cancel their live service third-person action game. So I don't know. I guess we have to follow up and see what happens with this. If you look at the ad listing for the senior combat designer, it says that they're expected to have a solid understanding of combat systems and mechanics for third-person melee action experiences, as well as at least 5 years of professional experience in combat design, suggesting its next game will feature such gameplay. Bluepoint is known for its history of remaking and remastering old PlayStation games, having previously been responsible for God of War Collection, the Ico and Shadow of the Colossus Collection on PS3, as well as Uncharted, the Nathan Drake Collection, and Gravity Rush Remastered, and the Shadow of Colossus remake on PS4. The studio's last game was its remake of Demon Souls, which was a PS5 launch title back in 2020. Since then, it supported development of God of War Ragnarok, but its canceled live-action God of War title was going to be the studio's first entirely original project since its debut title, Blast Factor, in 2006. Now, a lot of people are trying to make this seem as if they're going to be remastering Bloodborne, and I highly doubt that, boys. For some reason, Bloodborne is cursed. Nobody knows why. There is rumors that they lost the source code for the game, or it's gone, or whatever. There's rumors that there's internal IP struggles. There's so many rumors of so many things regarding Bloodborne. I don't think we're ever going to get a remaster, unfortunately, or a remake from that game. Not for a very, very, very long time. So we'll see what ends up happening with this, but I wanted to share that information for those of you who might be fans of what this studio puts out. Let's continue. We got Sucker Punch, boys. Good old Sucker Punch, the people that are behind Ghosts of Antifa. Sucker Punch has made a statement saying that they will remain a single project studio even after Ghosts of Antifa, according to the boss of the company. If we are good at juggling 4 projects, yeah, we'd have a remaster, but we only get to do one thing. Now, this studio can only focus on one particular project at a time, and I feel like that's probably a good thing. That way, the studio fully focuses on trying to make the best experience they can in one particular project. Now, we all already know that when it comes to Ghosts of Antifa, it's basically a reskin Tsushima with slightly different combat mechanics. And, they basically swapped a man with a woman, and that is it. And they told you, hey, we did something super different. Come buy our video game. Which, by the way, how's that game doing, by the way? I got to wait till a couple of days till we have some updated Famitsu numbers to see how the game is doing. But in any case, the reason why we're bringing up Sucker Punch is because, let me pull it up right here. Hold on, where is it at? There is also another conversation of what the next game could be from Sucker Punch after Ghosts of Antifa sold underwhelmingly. It says Sucker Punch could be making a new Sly Cooper game or an Infamous game after Ghosts of Antifa. Now, me personally, I really love the Infamous games, okay? I platinumed both Infamous games. I love them. I genuinely do. They're fantastic video games. I would love nothing more than a proper retelling of an Infamous game, a proper sequel or whatever. I would love one. But I just know that it's never going to be done properly, not by Sucker Punch, not by the Sucker Punch we have now. If it was a Sucker Punch that made Ghost of Tsushima, then maybe, okay? Maybe. But the Sucker Punch we have now, I don't think they have the capability of making a good Infamous game, sadly. I don't know. I guess we'll see how that goes in the future. In terms of Sly Cooper, maybe, I guess I could see them doing something with Sly Cooper, but even then it's like, not really. I think that they are going to definitely stick to the Ghost series. I think they have sold themselves as the studio that makes the Ghost anthology series, and they want to do that because they know that that's where their money's at right now. Even though they're making way less money on the second one that they made on the first one, it is still considered to be a profitable video game, or at least it will at some point fairly soon. And even though it might drag its feet and it won't make nowhere near as much as Tsushima, it's still considered profitable. So they were saved for another day and are able to invest in a third project. The only way I see them going with Infamous is if they want to kind of back away from the Ghosts of Antifa drama, because they don't want to make Ghosts of Tsushima 2 because they can't. They back themselves into a corner. So they would have to go with something else outside of the Go series, which is where Infamous would come along, right? But I guess we'll kind of see how that goes. We'll kind of see how that goes. I've seen this comment like 4 times now, so I'm assuming somebody got offended. Cloud wasn't emo in the original Final Fantasy VII. So when we say emo, we don't mean like actually emo. Like we're not talking about black eye makeup, crying. You know, like we're not talking about actual emo. What we're talking about is somebody who was constantly doubting himself, somebody who was in his emotions quite often. He was pretty moody a lot of the time. That's what we mean by emo. Like, let's not take it literally if we can, please. Please, that would be great. Especially when he had the whole breakdown with Tifa in the live stream and you saw all his memories and it all pretty much got exposed. That's when he really became pretty damn, I would say, emotional at that point. And then he ended up recovering after the fact, obviously, and became the leader he was always meant to be. But in the beginning, the only reason why he was stoic in the beginning is because he was mimicking Zack's personality. That's the only reason why. I'm just messing with you, Hypno. Yeah, I know, but I'm just kind of like not caring. I'm responding regardless. I'm responding regardless. Not live stream. God damn, bro. First, people heard trans when I said trance, and now people heard live stream when I said live stream. Live stream. It's okay. Anyway, bro wanted to be Zack so bad. I know. He did. Which is why I hate the new games so much, because this whole alternate reality fucking bullshit story that they have where Zack is like secretly alive and shit. I'm like, that is so fucking stupid. That is so inherently stupid to the original story. It is like beyond. It is beyond stupid because you take away from the entire purpose. Anyway, I'm not even gonna get started, because if I keep going, it's gonna result in rage, and I'm gonna have some fanboy come in and say, who's only played the new ones, they're gonna say like I never played the originals, and they're gonna gaslight and all that shit. It is what it is, bro. I'm too tired for that shit right now. All right, moving on. Anyway, if they do make a new Infamous game, I'll be very curious about it. But Sucker Punch modern day, I have no faith that they're gonna be able to pull it off personally. Let's X this out really quick. Let's go on to the next one. Let's cover this. So I've been playing Battlefield 6 like crazy. Okay. And anybody who has watched me play Battlefield 6, you guys know, like, there's one particular thing that I've been complaining about, and it has been the hit detection. At first, I thought I was bugging, right? At first, I thought I was losing my mind. Like, and then I started to realize slowly but surely as I'm playing the game, like, no, I don't think I'm losing my mind. Like, I really think there is a hit detection problem. Like, I am aiming straight at someone, close range, with a shotgun, and it's point fucking blank, okay? Like, I know my aim is fairly decent. Like, it's point blank, and I hit him 3 times while he's prone, so he can't, like, the guy can't run away very quickly. I hit him 3 times while he's prone, and nothing happens. And then I see my chat. They fill up with like, what the fuck? That's bullshit. Blah. I'm like, what is going on here? So I ended up finding this article. And I'm like, is this a real thing? Is this a real thing? It's not just you. Hit registration is bugged in Battlefield 6. And DICE is apparently working on it. So let's read into this. If your gun isn't always shooting straight, that's partly by design. Battlefield 6 guns have bloom, an accuracy penalty that increases bullet spread the longer you fire continuously. While some Call of Duty transplants are gobsmacked by the mechanic on principle, DICE is currently investigating instances where bloom is working a little bit too well. As no shortage of clips shared over the weekend reveal, sometimes guns just decide to be inaccurate at extremely close range or at the beginning of a magazine when they should still be accurate. But there's a good chance that we're talking about multiple bugs disrupting accuracy, and it's probably not all Bloom's fault. Perhaps there's something deeper wrong with the registration while using certain attachments or movement techniques. Now, keep in mind, guys, I'm not really having a problem with the assault rifles. The assault rifles have been pretty much like, you know, they're exactly what you expect them to be. As long as you don't like spray and pray, you have no problems. The game has always been, you know, it's always going to have a more aggressive, realistic recoil than something like Call of Duty. Whereas with Call of Duty, you have a certain attachments that pretty much could remove basically almost all recoil. My main issue is the game, like the shotgun. Okay, because again, there are moments where I die and I know it's my fault, and there are moments where I literally am in front of someone. They don't. There was a time where the dude didn't even see me come in the room, and I shot him while he was on the floor because he was in the corner. Shot him twice or three times, and he fucking killed me after realizing that I was shooting at him. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way this is happening right now. So, again, obviously people control and say get good, cope, and all that stuff. By the way, I usually top the leaderboard, so fuck you and that whole get good shit, or at least I'm fairly close. But there are certain moments where I'm left confused. I really am left confused. And I'm like, what was that? Like, what just happened? Then it says, all right, which one of you loaded up my rifle with blanks? That's so funny because I actually made that joke last night. I fucking freaked out. There was one moment where there was no way that this dude killed me. And I remember specifically screaming, am I fucking shooting with blanks? Like, I yelled so goddamn loud, I almost threw my keyboard out the fucking window. I was like, am I shooting with fucking blanks here? And then afterwards, I got like a 7-kill streak afterwards. But, oh, let's look at this. What's this? Hold on. Yes, you see this? That is exactly what I deal with, but with a shotgun. That is what you just saw there is exactly what I deal with, but with a shotgun. Skeg says, sure you did. I mean, you could go to my stream if you don't believe me. I literally raged last night screaming that. I don't have a fucking timestamp, but if you want to watch the whole stream, you're more than welcome to. This is literally what I deal with, but with a shotgun, where I will see blood, I will see hit markers, I will see something, and I'm dead. And I'm like, dude, there is no way, bro. There is no way this is happening right now. I wonder if they have any shotgun clips. Probably not. So it says, according to them, they are currently investigating the issue. They wrote on X, it is commonly observed with the target being visibly hit, blood splatters, but no damage is confirmed in the HUD, no hit indicator, etc. In another replay, Lee Bahan said DICE has identified a bug that causes the first few bullets of a magazine to miss soon after crouching. Not all of the clips were seen, including crouching. According to Lee Bahan, there are 2 other bugs causing bloom and dispersion to go wild. The beta bug was actually fixed, but we've identified another issue. 2 of them, in fact, that impacts dispersion and bloom in an unintended way and will cause you to have more dispersion at times. He wrote, the team is working on this and we're looking at general balance and tuning of dispersion too. So here's what I'll say, okay? There is nothing that is going to kill your game more as an FPS than bad hit detection. There is nothing that will kill your game more than bad hit detection. Because if you have bad hit detection in an FPS game, people are going to get fucking pissed quickly and they're going to rage quit the game. I'm not even kidding. That is going to happen. We know that's true because it happened to Ubisoft. What was the name of Ubisoft's game? I already forgot the name of the Ubisoft's game. What was it? The game that fucking was free to play? X-Defiant. X-Defiant. It happened to X-Defiant. Okay, literally with X-Defiant, one of the number one issues with that game is that it had terrible hit detection. And people were complaining about that for months. And it ended up resulting in a mass exodus from the game. And this is a game that had 20 million players playing it in its lifetime, right? It was free to play. It had so many downloads. So many people were playing it. It dropped the ball because the hit detection was so ass that nobody wanted to play the game, even for free. And they shot down to like having 20,000 players across all platforms by the time the game was shuttered. So EA needs to fix this shit. If this is a real deal, if this is something that's really happening, which, again, at first I thought it was just me getting used to Battlefield again. But after I got used to it and I realized, like, bro, there are some bullshit things that are happening right now. If this is really an issue, they need to fix this ASAP. Because otherwise, this is going to be a pretty big problem for a lot of people. Especially when people start noticing it. Because what's going to happen is the bad players are going to start blaming this for their problems. You're not going to really hear people saying, oh, yeah, you're one of those bad players. we might end up playing again tonight. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, man, this shit just it was so gay when it happened. And I think it is affecting shotguns more than assault rifles because, again, I haven't had that problem very much with the assault rifle. But then again, I really don't spray and pray with the rifle too much unless I'm like panic shooting after getting revived or something. But otherwise, like with the shotgun, it's a major problem unless it's dead on. And even if it's dead on, it still says it's misses sometimes. Even from close range, I'm like, bro, no way. Anyway. All right, let's move on really quick. Let's X this out. X that out. Let's go to Call of Duty. Let's speak about the other half. So we got Call of Duty. Good old Call of Duty. Anubis says, did you tell EA don't fuck up? But yeah, I did. 100%. And I'm still going to tell them, don't fuck up. Don't fuck this up. They probably will. Activision has supposedly come out and announced that their anti-cheat team has gone on another victory lap after the strongest beta results in Call of Duty history. After they bragged that 99% of the matches during the beta were cheater-free and warns that every day they get faster. Now, obviously, the troll in me wants to say that the reason why this is the case is because nobody was playing their game and everybody was playing Battlefield. But, you know, that's just being a troll, okay? I know. But in all seriousness, I don't believe them. I don't believe them in the slightest. I gotta imagine that they are going to say this because they're trying to draw people back in, right? They want to draw people in because cheating is obviously a big problem in their game. Cheating is a big problem in a lot of multiplayer games like this, but Call of Duty especially, people, you know, they're cheaters is a problem. So they're trying to use this as a means of marketing, as a means of like advertising to say, hey, look at us, we're almost cheater free, 99.9% cheater free. You don't want to be like those Battlefield kids dealing with cheaters, do you? Do you? You know what I mean? But listen, guys, I guarantee you when the game goes live, there is going to be just as many cheaters as there always has been. Probably even more than before, to be honest with you. T-Jep says we're 118 away from tier 1. Thank you, T-Jep. I appreciate you, bro. So I wouldn't fall for this. By the way, how is Call of Duty doing? I don't know if you guys were aware, but Call of Duty decided it was in their best interest to extend their beta past the launch of Battlefield 6 in the hopes to stop people from playing Battlefield. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how that worked out for them. Let's see. Ouch. Ouch. Even offering the game for free. Okay? Because here's what they did. They offered the game for free for the weekend of Battlefield 6's launch. They wanted to affect Battlefield 6's launch so bad that they offered their game for free weekend. This weekend, they did that. Okay? Let's see how it worked out for them. During the free weekend, the highest number they achieved was 99,574. 99,574. After the free weekend was over, they dropped right back down to 52,078. With 45,000 people playing right now. So they managed to get another 40 to 50 some odd thousand players play during the free weekend. But that really didn't do shit to Battlefield whatsoever. So there you go. It still has 474,000 people playing right now with an all-time peak of 747,000. Now, one thing I did notice about Battlefield that people are complaining about is the leveling time. Okay. And I think people don't realize that Battlefield has always had a longer leveling time. This is not Call of Duty with 100 different prestiges. This is Battlefield. Battlefield has always had a longer leveling time than Call of Duty. And a lot of people are complaining that, you know, it takes too long to level. It's grindy, blah, blah, blah. It's not about unlocking level after level after level with Battlefield. It really isn't. After you get the first few couple, you know, maybe like 20, 30 levels after that, most people have their gun combination and they're good to go. Battlefield is more about teamwork. You can have people that completely suck at Battlefield that can still be useful if they know how to revive people, if they know how to drop med packs and ammo packs, if they know how to repair tanks. Like, you have people that suck at FPSs that'll still be pretty decent at Battlefield if they know how to help the team. It's a completely different experience. So in any case, yeah, clearly Call of Duty didn't do a fucking thing. So it's up to you whether or not you want to believe them about the cheating thing, but I personally don't believe them in the slightest. So, all right. We are now going to cover. We're not going to be able to get to every fast topic, boys. We're running out of time, man. I got to end early today, or at least on time today. Let's do the main story. So, or at least get that done, and then we'll see where we're at from there. Let's check super chats before we continue. We got Adair Soto. I already read this one. God damn it. Sirloins with a 4.99. Happy 79th, Unk. What? Your reading glasses will be in the mail in 5 to 7 business days. What, bro? So from 69 to 79, seriously? God damn it. Anubis Hades with a 2. Hit up that video on Steam. I won't give games. Raptor Kratos with a 2. These people really don't have lives. They don't. Dana Ryer with a 189. Man, I'm getting the NPC and 2S LGBTQ plus fatigue. There you go. Girthy Banana with a 149 super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sephiroth with a 5. He looks more like Sora from Kingdom Hearts. What the fuck? Why do I need Octaslash to end him now? Supernova, and again, Octaslash to end him once and for all. He did look a little bit like Sora. I'm not going to lie to you. He definitely did look like Sora, for sure. St. Hugo with a 2. Hail all. Kaya minigame done. See YouTube share. Oh, no. I'm not. Nope. Angelo Lopez with a 5. Cloud was just Final Fantasy 15 Noctis stylified makeover. I still hate Final Fantasy 15 end up. I'm still wanted to see Tetsuya Nomura original version of Final Fantasy Versus 13. Yeah, I remember when they first announced Final Fantasy Versus 13, everybody was so excited for it, and then it never happened. And then it turned into boy band Final Fantasy 15. I'm like, here we go. Torinol on Rumble says 99,000 isn't nobody. I didn't say it wasn't. I didn't say it was, I should say. 99,000 is definitely people, but is 99,000 a lot for a AAA game like Call of Duty that has all the fan base in the world when it's given away for free? And then immediately when it's not free, it drops down to 55,000. So basically the extent of Call of Duty's reach as a free-to-play game is about 100,000 concurrent players, which means a couple of 100,000 players playing the game at any given time. That's what I'm talking about. If a game like Call of Duty goes free and it only reaches 100,000 concurrent players, I don't really consider that to be a win, right? So especially when they've had Warzone and whatnot, I don't really consider that to be a win. Where are we at? We got Ron DFK with a 2. Where is the Dane's tail? They de-monkeyed the goat. Maybe it's wrapped around his waist or hiding or something. Blackguard with a 5. It's the jeans and his knock knee pose. He's twinking out. It is. He definitely has like a feminine pose. Beautiful Zexel with a 2. Delete the history because Diddy would notice them. Oh, the Bieber stuff. Yeah. Rhonda PG with a 489. Don't do the same thing to Squall. Please don't do it. 1,000 blades at the modern audience, ready to execute order 1999. Oh, they might do it to Squall. They definitely might do it to Squall. You know, in Dissidia, Squall has always been like he never had that same kind of like broody personality. At first he does, but then they try to, I don't know, they try to They always try to do something different with these characters that are meant to be one way, and I hate it. Son the Leech with an ARS 100. Why did they make Quistis cosplay as Cloud? That's true. He does have the oversized like orange jacket, except it's gray. So he does. That's ironic. That's so ironic. Girthy Banana with a 2 says, loved Infamous. Don't fuck it up. Oh, they're going to fuck it up. All right. It's going to be a black female. How much would it bet? Independent Corey with a 5. Call of Duty cheat free. Streamers and hackers. Challenge accepted. Please, I hate these games because of cheaters. Also, Christmas every day. God bless. Shout out to you, Independent Courier. Thank you, bro. And then we got Clip at You with a CLP 2873. 2,873 Chilean rupees. Thank you, bro. Thank you for explaining what that was. I appreciate that, man. Let's check Rumble really quick. So Rumble, we got Draconic gifting a membership like a legend. Toronol with $1. I recognize one of those Final Fantasy wannabes as being from Final Fantasy, and it's not the wannabe dweeb with the oversized sword. Top tier marketing fail. Makes sense. Adam Juma with $1. It's Cloud Big Beaver. Oh my God. Gray the Merchant with $1. Hey, all just had Houston hot chicken worth every cent of money. Good food. Square Enix. Why did you butcher my boys? Cloud and Zidane. I love the first Dissidia. What they did was too far. RIP. Well, again, it's an outfit. It's not the main outfit. So, you know, that's that. All right, we are fully caught up, boys. Let's get into the main topic of the evening. Let's do our video that we have to do talking about Assassin's Creed. More bad news, man. More bad news for the company. Assassin's Creed, unfortunately. Hey, by the way, how is Shadows doing? I know the game's been out a while, so I don't expect many people to be playing this game. Oof. Damn. So this was the bump that it got with its expansion release when it released its DLC or whatever. And then that was it. That's rough. That's rough. Most people decided not to even go back for the expansion. Damn. All right. Well, there you go. There you go. I am eager. Exactly. I am eager. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the head of the Assassin's Creed franchise officially leaving Ubisoft after 20 years of service. Now, this is a pretty major story considering where we were with Assassin's Creed Shadows not even that long ago. By the way, looking at Assassin's Creed Shadows, just taking a look at the numbers, even with the expansion coming out recently, most of the players decided it wasn't in their best interest to return. Seems like the game has been pretty much long forgotten at this point and is being enjoyed less than other Assassin's Creed games that are readily available right now on Steam. But with all that being said, the head of Assassin's Creed leaving right when the company announced its new subsidiary company, I find this to be very curious, so I want to talk about it and see what's going on. The head of the Assassin's Creed has reportedly left Ubisoft after the launch of the company's new subsidiary with Tencent. According to the reports, franchise vice president and executive producer Mark Alexis Cote, who, by the way, we've done videos on Mark Alexis Cote in the past, a few videos actually, because some of the stuff he said in the past has been pretty damn stupid. So we've covered it just, you know, as stories and whatnot. So to see him leaving at a time like this where, you know, everything is fresh, everything is new, this would be the time to stay. It just makes me wonder if he was forcefully exited or if he left on his own accord. Hopefully we find out. But apparently he is no longer with the company. The news was broken to the company via an internal email. Per the memo sent to staff and the first reported by IGN, Vantage Studios co-CEOs Christophe Dorenis and Charlie Guillemot said that Cote was offered a leadership role within the company, but he declined the opportunity. It was a decision that the studio lead says that they were disappointed by. They added that Cote had his own expectations and priorities related to Vantage Studios' creation and future. Oh, so what we got here, ladies and gentlemen, is a very interesting situation of one person has their idea of how they want to lead, and the other person has their idea how they want to lead. If you guys are not aware, the new studio, Vantage Studios, is working under a co-CEO structure. So they have two CEOs actively working on the company, one of which is a family member to Yves, obviously, who is the CEO of Ubisoft. So this is his own little plant within the subsidiary to make sure things go exactly how the family wants it to go. With all that being said, apparently Cote must have thought that he had some other, I guess, idea regarding the company that they were not going to upheld. Perhaps it was something to do with diversity, equity, inclusion, or perhaps it had something to do with getting rid of diversity, equity, inclusion. Perhaps it has something to do with none of that. We really won't know, but clearly there was a disagreement here that resulted in both of them having to part ways, which I find to be very interesting because, again, this is the company that tried to convince you that Shadows was such a massive success. They are still, to this day, trying to convince you that Shadows was a massive success. Meanwhile, you had Ubisoft being completely destroyed from within. They had to sell their soul to Tencent. Tencent now owes 25%, or owns, I should say, 25% of all three of their major IPs, and it's only going to get worse from here. It's a beautiful thing to witness. In a statement provided to Insider Gaming, a Ubisoft spokesperson said the following. Following the organizational restructuring announced in March of 2025, Mark Alexis Cote has chosen to pursue a new path elsewhere outside of Ubisoft. While we are saddened to see him go, we're confident that our talented teams will carry forward the strong foundation that he helped build. This is the beginning of the end, boys. I'm telling you right now, this is the beginning of the end for Ubisoft. Slowly but surely, the executive team is going to be leaving one by one, and they're going to be replaced by a brand new executive team, one by one. And these are people that are going to be implanted by the actual family behind Ubisoft, which is why they have one of them as the co-CEO, so they always know what's going on, and they always have a say in what happens. If you scroll down here, it says that we are deeply grateful for the impact that he's had over the years, particularly in shaping the Assassin's Creed brand into what it is today. His leadership, creativity, and dedication have left a lasting mark on our teams and our players. We thank him sincerely for his many contributions, and we wish him continued success in all of his future endeavors. Now, a lot of people are going to be celebrating him leaving. They're probably going to look at him as the one to blame for the reason why Assassin's Creed went the way that it did. But I assure you, there was a lot more hands in the pot. There was a lot more people at the decision-making helm that are the reason why Assassin's Creed Shadow came to be. So don't just blame it on one man. Obviously, he was part of it. But, don't think that it's going to suddenly magically go away because this guy is leaving the company. We still don't know why he's leaving. Cote first joined Ubisoft in 2005 as a software engineer. Over the last 20 years, he had moved up through the company as a lead programmer, level designer, game director, and executive producer. Games produced under his watch include Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, amongst others. Since 2022, Cote has been responsible for the overall strategy for the Assassin's Creed franchise. Now, in terms of the overall strategy for the Assassin's Creed franchise, it's pretty clear that strategy has massively failed. Okay, I understand that this is a single player game, so naturally there's going to be this level of a curve. But even with some of the single player games that we have seen in the past, it usually has a heartbeat pattern. That heartbeat pattern means that people are coming back for more and more and more. And Assassin's Creed Shadows is not a short video game. It is a pretty long video game. I think it took me about 30 to 40 hours to complete the game. And keep in mind, I was doing a lot of side quests as well. So it's not a short video game. And overall, if people are not coming back to it, it just shows that the interest wasn't there. Even if you were to look at the achievements for Steam and scroll down and try to find the actual achievement that showcases the end, you'll probably be somewhere within the 20% or less, I gotta imagine. If you keep scrolling down, let's see, epilogue. Complete the epilogue. Only 15% of players actually completed Assassin's Creed Shadows. The majority of the players have never completed this game, right? 15%. That is actually pretty fucking terrible for a game like Assassin's Creed Shadows. I would imagine that the number would be a little bit higher because people usually keep coming back for more. These are games that are highly replayable, which is why they ended up going with the RPG, RPG light, let's just say, versions of Assassin's Creed Shadows to keep people playing. It didn't work here, right? It didn't work here. Keep people completely checked out. There is no heartbeat pattern here whatsoever. If you want an example of a heartbeat pattern, you could just look no further than something like maybe Silksong. Let's go look at Hollow Knight Silksong and see what's going on here. Hollow Knight Silksong, heartbeat pattern. This is what I mean. When you see a video game that has a heartbeat pattern, it means that people are going to sleep, coming back, going to sleep, coming back, right? Or if the weekend shows up, more people play. A heartbeat pattern showcases that players are interested in the game and they're not refunding it. They're coming back for more. They're coming back, wanting to actually play the game. This is what you need to see when it comes to a single player video game. This showcases a healthy single player video game. Shadows did not have that. Shadows, unfortunately, did not have a heartbeat pattern whatsoever, and it just led to pure, utter destruction, and this is something that led to Alexis leaving the company. Now, whether or not this is going to affect Assassin's Creed overall as a franchise, I don't think so. I think what's going to cover Assassin's Creed as a whole more, or affect Assassin's Creed more as a whole, is going to be the partial ownership of Tencent. I think Tencent having 25% ownership, even though Ubisoft claims to have full creative control over Assassin's Creed, I think that 25% is going to be very loud for Assassin's Creed. I think Tencent is going to want some changes made to the game that might be good or bad for the game, but I think they are going to be the ones that are going to make the most changes to Assassin's Creed as a whole, whereas everybody else who is at the company is just going to do the same shit that they've always been doing, right? Tencent knows exactly what they're doing, and they are slowly but surely taking control of Ubisoft and their 3 major IPs that they want to get their hands on. And right now, they had to invest about $1 billion, but I guarantee you their play is for the long haul, because they know that Ubisoft is going to fuck up again. And once they do, they're going to be here to sweep up the very, very cheap pieces that follow after their failure. So you guys let me know, what do you think about Alexis leaving Ubisoft as a whole? What do you think was the reason why he ended up leaving Ubisoft as a whole, considering that it had to do with a disagreement over how to run the company? You let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe. And we'll see you guys on the next one. There you go. Not surprised, man. Not surprised. I am surprised that it was over a disagreement of the company, though. I am surprised about that. Or maybe it was about pay. Could have been about pay. Who knows? We'll see. One thing I want to showcase really quick. Where can I find it? Where is it at? Fuck, did I lose it? I think I might have lost it. All right. All right. That's fine. No problem. I was going to show you something related to it, but it's fine. Maybe because Ubisoft is gay? Maybe. Maybe. Fleeing a sinking ship? I would probably... I don't know if I agree or disagree with that. I don't know if I agree or disagree with that, because if he was fleeing a sinking ship, he would not have entertained that particular offer that they gave him and then ended up denying it, right? He didn't deny it because of a sinking ship. He denied it because he wanted to run the company one way and they wanted to run it another way, and they weren't going to let him do it because they outvote him 2-1. So that's going to clearly be a big problem for him. So I don't think it has to do with a sinking ship necessarily. I think it has to do with he has options and he clearly decided to take them. So you need more info to form a hypothesis. Yeah, I mean, I wish I had more info, but unfortunately they haven't really said anything. I'm sure eventually there's going to be more rumors that are going to come out as to why he left, and we'll cover that when it happens. But as of right now, we don't really have too much to cover. Okay, guys, really quick. Let's catch up on Super Chats, and then we're going to get into the waifu battle. We are severely behind. We're going to hope for the best and forget the rest. Otherwise, well, that's it. Where we at? We got Apocalyptic Gaming for 7 months. Started playing Digimon Cyber Sleuth on my PS Vita. Nice. Haven't looked at Digimon since the 4th series. Any recommendations for a returning fan? To be honest with you, I really don't have too many recommendations outside of the prototypical, so I really can't recommend too much to you, to be honest with you. But what I will say is that I can't wait to get into Digimon Story Time Stranger. A lot of people are talking really good about that. Actually, I think I had the numbers pulled up for Digimon that I was going to go over, but I didn't get a chance to go over it. The game is doing fairly well. It also has a very interesting heartbeat pattern going on here. So people are clearly coming back for more. If you look, Digimon Story Time Stranger, look. See? And it's steady too. It's steady. So it shows that people are coming back to play the game more and more and more and more and more. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I actually have a PS Vita that I charged the other day. I had to charge it for like 48 hours because it wasn't turning on at first. And then I ended up reading that with the PS Vita, if it's off for a very long time, you have to leave it on charge for like 2 days. And then eventually the battery will get out of like safety mode or whatever the fuck it's in. And then I turned it on and it works like nothing happened. I was like, wow, that's insane. It literally booted up like nothing happened, ran perfectly fine. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So there's that. Independent Corey with a 5. Gamot, I need a quick hit of cash. 10 cents, 10 points. 3 months later, 10 cents. Fuck you, pay me. Chat, God bless, and know it's getting better. Shout out to Independent Courier, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. All right, man. Guys, let's get into the waifu battle. If you're not going to stick around for the waifu battle, I appreciate you hanging out with us. Thank you so much. You are legendary, absolutely legendary. But we need to try to save tier 1 and tier 2 because we're getting felted. And I mean, even if we weren't, we're still going to do the waifu battle anyway because, well, it's waifus. Why would we not? All right, boys, the waifu battle is here. Look at this fucking guy, bro. Somnus dropping a 5 membership bank.
Let's get some fucking subs, bitches!
Shout out to Somnus dropping a 5 membership banger literally at the beginning of the waifu battle. Thank you, brother. I appreciate your help. Try to help us get tier 1. Thank you so much, man. Yo, Deadeye's Lock, relax, bro. Deadeye's Lock on Rumple, relax. Relax. Deadeye's Lock for a 2, says Morticia. Bro, relax. Oh my God, dude. Holy shit. My God, man. Anyway. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a brand new waifu battle champion. And yes, that is none other than the one and the only legendary Morticia from the Addams family, ladies and gentlemen. God damn, bro. God, he just came real early. Before we bring out the challenger, let's go with the rules of engagement, ladies and gentlemen. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count towards a particular waifu, but the only way that is going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You gotta put the name first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, then it will not count. It does not matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact that you put the name of the waifu, you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make them count. Rule number 2. You can vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You can vote for the champion, who is Morticia, or you can vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After the 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? Do we? I don't think we do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this particular waifu was highly requested considering the latest amount of waifus that we've had. This particular waifu, I think, will be a fan favorite. Honestly, I don't know that for sure, but I do think she will be. Let's see if she could take down Morticia in a bloody waifu battle. All right, boys. GDR with a 2, fearing for the win. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. You're never here when she's in the waifu battle. The challenger that's going to go up against the one and only Morticia is going to be the one and the only Vampirella, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Morticia or is it going to be Vampirella? Make your choices known, ladies and gentlemen. You're either going to go for the vampire or you're going to go Gilf. One of the two. Lady in red, man. Lady in red. How can you turn down a lady in red? Hopefully she could bring us to tier 2. Come on, Vampirella. Or Morticia. I don't care. Someone. Deadeye's Lock for $1. Says Vampirella. There you go. There you go. GDR with a 5 says Fearin. I don't want to hear your excuses. Give me my slutty elf. I did. I did literally twice. Twice, and you were not here. I tried. Where were you? Shout out to GDR, man. He's gonna say, I was at work, bitch. Yes, I know. I know, brother. I know. Much love to you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Soul Reaper says, let's get them Vampirella votes going. So far, not too much. Just Dead Eyes Lock right now. Full Metal says Vampirella is just Vampirella from her comic books. Correct. Let's see if she has the capability to go up against Morticia. Will Morticia be a one-hit wonder? I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess we shall see. Torinol with a 2 says Hypno and the Great Pumpkin. That is yet another non-vote. Vardaman says you pulled out too early, damn it. No such thing. Ali Kusanagi dropping the first banger of the stream for a $30 banger and says Vampirella. Holy shit. Shout out to Ali Kusanagi. Thank you for that start. And then we got Nico following it up with a CLP 10,000 saying Vampirella. That is 2 votes for Vampirella. The lady in red is in the lead. She is in the lead, boys. She is in the lead. Gray the Merchant with $1 on Rumble. Vampirella, whoop, another good day to goon and driving all over the city. Good Mune and disappointment from Square. Digimon time. Have fun with that, bro. Have fun with that. Destroy it, man. Have a good time. I can't wait to play it. We got Denarier with a 10 banger. Says Vampirella still would prefer werewolves from Underworld movies. And those abs and half and kid scene, even my hubby approves of my choice. Makes sense. Makes sense. Vardaman says I would have dropped a red for Lady in Red. We've gotten no red boys today, so I guess people are tired of summoning the girls. I'm going to have to get rid of them. We got GDR with a $20 banger. Says Vampirella Fearin. This is my break, dono. Everyone liked the stream. I'm out. I will watch the whole stream later. Go be bigots. Go be gooners. You bastards. Shout out to GDR throwing in a vote for Vampirella. She has a massive lead right now. Morticia has only 1 vote, and that's it. She is getting fucking felted. Felted, just like our tier goals. BioT Wolf with a 5 says Vampirella. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's bad. It is bad out here, boys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring out the one and only Morticia, soon to be a one-hit wonder, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find out who is going to win. Is it going to be the legendary Gilf Morticia, or is it going to be Vampirella? Let's find out. I can help with that for $9.89. Says Vampirella. I got something besides blood for her. That is a lot of information, sir. That is a lot of information. Look, she's even showing knees. She's even showing knees. Look at that. That's got to earn something. Oh, shit. What a mega banger. Says Morticia Adams. Vampirella is great and all, but Morticia is just the better waifu. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Blackguard just boosted Morticia big time, but she is still halfway away, roughly, from Vampirella. Holy shit, boys. Holy shit. I sound underwater. It's probably because of the audio, the music. I can't do anything with the music. The music's got to play. Here, I lowered the music. The audio messed up a second. It's because I get excited. That's why. I get excited, start yelling. Toxin with a 2 says Morticia makes my thing lurch up on a Wednesday. Bro, that is crazy. That is crazy. That is insane. Not Wednesday, bro. Not Wednesday. Holy shit, we got so lucky tonight. According to TJAP, Tier 1 has officially been hit. But we are about $140 away from tier 2. So we still got a long way to go. We got BioT 19 with a 5. Morticia for the knees. Shout out. Looks like BioT Wolf has changed his vote. He changed his vote. We have a troll on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. BioT Wolf is trolling hard. We'll find out how this goes. Now that means he can vote for anyone. You thought he was on your side? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. He was not. I says I would have changed too. Tenorier says sellout. Vardaman says BioT Wolfie traitor. She has knees. Facts. Anubis Hades with a 2 says doesn't matter. Motorboat them both shrugs. Respect. I respect that. Stream is about to get double demonetized for these knees. Maybe. We'll see. Deadeye's Lock says as long as tier 2 is saved, I'm content. We are very, very, very far away. Ron DFK for 7 months says Alana, her knees pierce my soul. Oh, in 7 months. Not Alana Pierce, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. Democulus says, which waifu would BioT Wolf give their chair shot for? I don't think he'll chair shot. But we're about to find out because the song's about to end. The song's about to end. All right, boys. Morticia's coming off screen. And now it's time to do the final countdown. Who is going to win? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen, for the waifu battle. Ron DFK is the last super chat that is going to count for it too. Says Morticia. And then we got Soul Reaper 2078 with a 5 says Vampirella. What do you give a girl that has everything? Let's start with penicillin. And then Blackguard with a $20 banger says Morticia Adams, ladies and gentlemen. All right, boys. Shout out to Blackguard. Mods, let's count it up. Let's count it up and let's see who is the winner of today's waifu battle, boys. Who is the winner? Let me take the names down. Grade the Merchant says the streak died. Damn, yeah, it's official. No streak is going to last forever, unfortunately. We are going to lose 160 tier 2s in a row. I got to put the belt on who I think won. I think she won. I'm not exactly super sure, but she might win. Let's see. Let's find out. Let's see. I'm trying to look at the numbers too. Morticia had a little bit of a boost at the end. Vampirella had a lot of non-USD votes in there, so I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. I put the belt on her just in case. We got Apocalyptic Gaming with a 5. Vampirella, since you have a Vita, you should get an SD2 Vita adapter and check out the homebrew scene. I mean, I gotta be real with you, bro. I never use it. I only found it by accident. And I put it away safely in a place where it's not gonna be like, you know, destroyed or anything, but I don't actively plan to use it to play. I actually want to get a Game Boy. I want to get like a retro, like either a Game Boy Advance or something like that. That's what I'm trying to get at some point. And get like the old Mega Man Battle Network games. Even though I have them on Steam, it's not the same as playing it like on the Game Boy, you know? Format with $1 says, damn, losing a tier 2 streak on your birthday must suck. I know, right? Supposedly it's my birthday, and we're getting felted anyway. That's kind of how it goes. That's kind of how it goes. But thank you, Apocalyptic Gaming. I appreciate that. All right, we got ourselves the numbers. The numbers are, oh, shit. BioT Wolf 19 with $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger says just to keep it alive, but that is not tier 2, unfortunately. I think we're still like $30, $40 away. But that is a legendary attempt, BioT Wolf. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Holy fuck. I'll play you a clip. Hold on. Let's go over the numbers really quick. T-Jab says we got Vampire. Oh, that was close. That was close. Holy shit. That was close. Oh my God. I didn't even realize how close that was. Wow. Vampirella at $85.27 against Morticia Adams at $81. Which means the winner and the new Waifu Battle Champion is none other than the one and the only. I can't believe she won. I honestly can't believe she beat Morticia. That's insane. Vampirella, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe she won, bro. I cannot believe it. Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. And I'm sure there are some people coping and seething. There's no way the battle's that close without some coping and seething.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vampira will go backstage where she will face off against another waifu tomorrow on Hypnocast, 9 p.m. You guys together. You guys must have been trolling me, man. I don't know. I don't know what it is. BioT Wolf came in, dropped his dick on the table with $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger. We're going to play you the clip of your choice in a second. Speedy Cake came in with a 10, says, have a good one, Hypno. Thank you, sir. Speedy Cake, you fucking legend. I appreciate that. And then UFO Mega dropped a 5 membership banger right there.
Hey, yo, Buck, is that what I think it is?
Well, golly, Chuck, it's a membership banger.
Absolutely insane. Right at this was a group money shot. Yes, right at the last second. Secret Final Boss dropped a $50 banger. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. He literally said here. he said here and just threw it. He just like threw it on me. That's crazy. He's like, here, you fucking peasant. It's insane. Thank you, Secret Final Boss. I appreciate it. And then Jason Alator with a 40 says, drops my junk on the table. Tier 2? I think. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. Shout out to Jason Alator. I'm not going to touch it. I'll have the chat touch it. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. 40. That's crazy, bro. That the last second, literally all of this came in at the same time, within the same minute. All of it. K Styles with a $50 mega banger says tier 2. What a fucking
Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha.
Shout out to K Styles with the $50 mega banger. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. Gray the Merchant with a 2 says tier 2 has been saved. Let's fucking go. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. And then last but not least, Denarier with a 2. Tier 2 should now have been achieved, and I'm broke, LOL. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And then on Rumble, we had Toradol dropping a 10 banger as well. He says tier 2 question mark. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We sure did. Everybody came together at the last second. You guys must have planned this. You had to have planned this. There's no way. There's no way. We go all the way to the last second before the stream ends. Insane, guys. Thank you so much. Sincerely, I was ready to let it go. I'm not Smash JT. I'm not going to stream for another 5 hours to try to save the tier. If it's going to be let go, I'm going to let it go, and I'm going to get felted. It is what it is. I was ready to get felted. I was ready to get felted. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it sincerely. Shout out to everybody who liked the stream, commented, spammed the chat, super chatted, gifted memberships, all that. BioT Wolf, can you let me know what clip you would like, my man? BioT Wolf, can you let me know which? You're the only red boy for the stream. Can you let me know which girls you want to see on the way out? And I will play the clip on the way out, man. And shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you guys as well. You guys are amazing. Thank you for everything. He said Asians, goth Asians. Did he really say that, or are you saying that? Are you saying that? I don't know, Denarier. I don't know. Let me scroll up. Let's see. BioT Wolf, what did he say? I don't see anything about Asians. He said Asians. Scroll up, old man. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. All I see is ooh-woo from him. Am I bugging? I see ooh-woo spam from him. Let's see. Sony just wants to goon. BioT Will said I fucking said it. Holy shit, yelling at me, bro. Damn. He said Jap girls. All right. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for your support today. I appreciate it. And we will see you guys on the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooters. And you already know the haters are doing this right now. Bye.
Fuck, you got another donation. Add it to the total. Sigh.
Oh my god, it's a red boy hyper banger.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in Maker Jack. Suck it, yeah, Joe. Put a ticket in Maker Jack. Fuck it, yeah, put a ticket in Maker Jack. It means put a chicken in it, sweetie, and make her fucking Jack. Fucking pronouns. Fucking pronouns. Fucking gender ambiguity. Fucking current day Californian shit. 'Cause that's all we fucking know. 'Cause we're boring. We're so fucking boring. Twitter hole. Twitter hole. Get it right.
At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.